Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I want to talk about a topic which I mentioned earlier in my last short. As you may know, actually, I've been chasing by Agenzia Tributaria about non-resident tax, despite I was paying that tax on time. I've tried to figure it out, what was actually wrong, what I've done, and actually I'm still getting notification about some debt to that taxman, local taxman, and actually I owe the money to them. And last notification, I've tried actually to translate that notification. It was like 6 pages, so quite a lot to translate. And yeah, I actually found out what was wrong. In my video, today's video which I'm recording now, later I tell you how to actually calculate that non-resident tax in Spain. It's actually not that difficult if you actually do it once. I think every next time should be fine. Yeah, I've done myself. Obviously, there are a number of agencies actually, or lawyers. They can do it for you, but obviously they charging the money. Some of them they only charging €50, but there are some local lawyers they also charge €150. So I decided not to pay this money. I just wanted to learn myself how to do it. And I've done it, but unfortunately I've done it wrong. I've done something wrong with calculation, but next time I will know how to calculate it right. So right. Yes, it looks like I own the money to them. Probably I'm gonna get another notification and from them, and they will let me know how much I will own. We're gonna find out. I don't think it's gonna be a lot of money. And yeah, now briefly I will explain you how to actually calculate that non-resident tax, and actually how to do it, because you can do it different way. You can actually a few different ways. You can do it. You can do it the paper one, to just fill it in the paper form, or you can do it online. I've done it online. You just enter the Agenzia Tributaria website. In the description under the video, I actually put the website, the link for that website. Then you have to choose the option which is actually so yes, you have to choose the option which is non-resident tax, but before you start doing filling in the form for non-residents online, you have to obtain first digital certificate here in Spain. And now I will explain you how to obtain that certificate. So first, you go to that website, which is sede.fnmt.gov.es. That website is in English. Actually, it's been meant to design in English, but unfortunately, even if you set up the English language here, not everything is in English here. Unfortunately, there are still some options here written in Spanish, so it doesn't really work correctly, I'm afraid. But yeah, I will explain you actually. I will explain you how actually to do it now, how to obtain the digital certificate, because you will also need to go to the local town hall, which is called ayuntamiento, because there is it's necessarily actually to do a verification in person. On that website, you just choose the option which is a private individual. Then you just have to obtain software certificate. So you have to download on your PC. Make sure you have to do it on the computer, not on the tablet or mobile phone. So you have to do it on PC. So you just download, you just press the first option here. You've got like 4 different steps to obtain that certificate. You just have to do the first step first. Configuration previa. And then yeah, there is a list of browsers you can do it. Mozilla Firefox, it works on Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge, Opera and Safari. I'm using Opera now. And just scroll down and you've got Area de Descarga de Configurator FNMT. You just press the link. Then, if you have computer with operation system Windows 32 bits, you just press the first link. If you've got a computer with Windows 64 bits, you just press the second link. If you have Mac, you just press configurator for Mac. I've got Mac, so I press this one and you just download this installation file for certificate on your computer. Once you install that installation file certificate, automatically on your email address, you're gonna get the code. You will need to go with that code to local town hall. You have to take with you your NIE certificate as well, passport, because you will need to verify yourself in person. You've got actually, and that's actually second step. They're gonna send you, the code on your email, on your email address, and then you will need to go to local the verification center, which is normally the town hall. You can actually choose, you can press here, locate your nearest office. You just enter your location here where you live, and then you will have the nearest office where you will be able to go to verify yourself. Last step is approximately 1 hour after when you're visiting your town hall to verify yourself, you're gonna be able to actually download the certificate along with the code which they're gonna text you on your phone, on your number. Don't forget, when you actually when you go into to verify yourself at the local town hall, you have to make appointment first. So I recommend actually you can actually go on the website on your local town hall and then just Google cita, which means which is in Spanish appointment, and then you just make appointment online, book your appointment online. Prior, you will go there. So first you have to have appointment, and then take your NIE certificate with you to local town hall, along with your passport or other document with your photo, because you will need to verify yourself in the local town hall. I leave the link with the website where you can actually obtain the digital certificate. So as I said, there are 4 steps. You have to actually download first installation file for installation software for digital certificate. Then they're gonna email you the code. With that code, you will need to go to the local. You will need to make appointment first, and then to go to the local town hall, for example, to verify yourself. Yeah, you have to take your documents with you, NIE certificate, and also your passport or other type of photo document to verify yourself. Then they're gonna text you the code. With that code, you will be able to download certificate on your computer. And remember, you have to use the same browser as you actually downloaded this installation software. Yeah, don't forget, you will be also able to actually export your digital certificate on your another device, including your mobile device like tablets or mobile phones. So you will be able also to use that digital certificate on your mobile. And once you're gonna get that digital certificate, you will be able to do to fill in online any tax form, not only the non-resident tax, any form. You will be able to control actually your tax documentation online with that certificate. So it's very useful. Once you're gonna get that digital certificate, you will be able to actually sign using that certificate to sign up on the Agencia Tributaria website. This is the website. I'm gonna leave the link as well in descriptions. So you just have to scroll down. You have to sign. You have to sign in. Then you're gonna scroll down. You choose non-residents. Then non-residents income tax, income obtained without permanent establishment. Yeah, as I forgot to tell you, obviously, yeah, you can actually set up a language as a English if you want, and this website actually works quite well in English, not like the previous one. So this one works quite well. Then you choose all procedures. This is the first option, the top option, and you choose number 4, form 210. Yeah, and then you scroll down a little bit, and you go into presentation section. You actually choose the top option, form 210 Accurals 2018 and following presentation. Yeah, and then you're gonna use your certificate, digital certificate, and you just open the form and you start filling up. You just put your details, address. I think there is a cadastral reference number, and then the most difficult part is calculate your tax. So, what I've done wrong? Obviously, first you have to know the cadastral value. The cadastral value normally you get, normally in October you pay like a municipality tax, and you get like IB bill. It's called IBI bill. You may call this EB or IB bill, and normally on that bill, you've got highlighted your cadastral value. Normally, you pay that tax in October once a year. So this is quite important figure to calculate your non-resident tax. How you calculate the non-resident tax? Non-resident tax, you obviously you have to, as I said earlier, you need to know your cadastral value. So you calculate first the tax base, which is you've got two options. If your cadastral value was updated in last 10 years, including the year for which you actually calculate the non-resident tax, you actually multiply your cadastral value with 1.1%. So, for example, if you have your cadastral value is 20,000 euros, multiply 1.1%. It's probably I don't remember 220 euros or something like that. That's the tax base. If your cadastral value it hasn't been updated in the last 10 years. Like in my case, it was updated 30 years ago, despite that my estate, where my apartment is quite new. It's only 2 years new, 2 years old. However, the cadastral value, it was updated well behind 30 years ago. So in that case, you calculate a different way. Your cadastral value multiply 2%, not 1.1% as it was in previous time. You multiply 2%. So if it's, for example, let's say 20, your cadastral value is 20,000 euros, multiply 2%, it's 400 euros. That's a tax base. So first you have to calculate the tax base. So as you can see, you've got two different options. If your cadastral value is being updated in the last 10 years, including that year for which you calculate the non-resident tax, you have to multiply your cadastral value by 1.1%. If your cadastral value was updated more than 10 years ago, you have to multiply your cadastral value with 2%. So first you calculate the tax base, and then you calculate your non-resident tax. If you are, for example, tax resident in any EU country, your tax base multiply by 19%. So, for example, if your tax base was 400 euros, you just multiply 400 euros with 19%, and that's 76 euros. That's your non-resident tax amount. If you are tax resident in a non-EU country, for example, Turkey, Ukraine, UK, you multiply, for example, your tax base, which we calculated earlier, is 400 euro, and you multiply 24%, not 19% as it was in the case of EU country residents. If you are non-EU country tax resident, you calculate you actually multiply the tax base, you multiply with 24%. And for example, if your tax base is 400 euro, you multiply with 24%, that's your non-resident tax amount is 96 euros. So it's a little bit more. So if you are non-EU tax resident in any country which is outside EU, you multiply your tax base with 24%. If you are tax residents in any other EU country, you multiply your tax base with only 19%. Yeah, so that's an advantage if you are tax resident in some other EU country than Spain. What I've done wrong with my calculation, I calculated the wrong way the tax base. I calculated my cadastral value. I multiplied with 1.1% because I thought that actually the cadastral value is it's been updated in last 10 years, because for me it was quite obvious, because my estate is quite new. But it doesn't work like that. The cadastral value of my property, it's been updated a long time ago. It was updated 30 years ago. So to calculate the tax base, I had to multiply the cadastral value with 2%, not 1.1%. Makes a difference. So I have to pay a little bit more non-resident tax as I calculated. So I'm still waiting for notification from Agencia Tributaria, and we'll see how much I will need to pay, how much I own to them. Nice. One thing I have to tell you, well, actually a couple of things. If you are only owner of your property, obviously you have to, when you fill it in online, the form, there is an option how much percentage you own of this property. So obviously if you are only owner, you choose the 100%. If you own the property with your partner, 50% and 50%, you have to actually choose the 50% to do your calculation and to fill in the form for yourself. And then you have to fill in again the form for your partner, or your partner can do it for you. So don't forget, if you own your property with your partner, 50% and 50%, you have to actually choose the option that you actually you have 50% ownership, and your partner has to fill in the form as well. And she has to choose the 50% of ownership option. If you have, for example, apartment and parking space, and they are like a separate properties with two different cadastral value numbers, reference numbers, you have to do separately. You have to fill in the separately for you have to fill in the form separately for a car park space and for apartment. So they are like two different properties. So you have to actually fill in the form, non-resident tax form, separately for apartment or for house, and for your parking space. So that's very important to remember as well. So guys, I thought that actually my information which I provided in this video, it was quite helpful for you. Maybe it sounds a little bit complicated, but no, it's I can tell you, if you're gonna do it once, then any next time should be easier and easier. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult also to fill in the form. I didn't show you how to fill in the form, but it's quite easy. You just type your details, your address, your cadastral details as well, including cadastral reference number. The most difficult part is the section where you have to calculate the tax amount, but I just explained you how to do it. Obviously, it depends. You've got two different options. First, it depends when your cadastral value was updated, wherever it was updated in the last 10 years or more than 10 years ago. And then, obviously, if you calculate the amount, it depends. You've got two different options again. It depends. You are a tax resident in some other EU country, or you are tax resident, for example, in UK, which is non-EU country at the moment. So, guys, I will leave the two links for two websites. The first link will be for the website where you obtain the digital certificate, but you know, this is the first step. What you have to do before you start filling in the non-resident tax form online. So first you have to obtain the digital certificate, and then I'm gonna leave the link for the website of Agencia Tributaria, where you actually download the form, and the form which you have to fill in, the form for non-resident tax. Guys, I hope it was really helpful for you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give me the thumb up, please, and please subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.